Hello everyone, Rev Deanna here. I'm United Church minister serving the physical communities of Daysland, Killam and Rosalind and this online community of DKR United. I have the excitement of having found a walking partner, and so I've gone out twice this week, and today it was my intention to do our midweek reflection outside, but it is quite cool and windy here, and so I was nearly froze when I got inside, so I'm going to be inside and hold something warm as I warm up my fingers, and brighten your hearts maybe with my lovely blossoms here. So this is our midweek reflection for the second week of the Easter season. Easter isn't just a day, it's a whole season. Kind of like Christmas isn't just a day, it's a whole season. The Easter season is longer than the Christmas season. And so we are focusing on the theme of emerging this Easter. And this week's theme is talking about leaving our comfortable places. The theme is using the image of a butterfly, a caterpillar and a butterfly, and the metamorphosis. And I think last week I shared all the different types of imagery of new life. There's the caterpillar to the butterfly, there's a seed to a beautiful plant, there's migration of birds, and when I was out on a walk this morning, I saw a pelican in the pond at Killam, which was quite special. I'll share a post of the picture. It was really awesome. And so migrating birds returning, baby animals, there's so many images of new life emerging from places that seemed desolate or dead, beyond our whole resurrection story that we heard on Easter Sunday. And so this week we're talking about leaving the comfortable places. And one of the passages that I was thinking we would share is the story of, it's known to us as the road to Emmaus. And in our scriptures after Jesus' death and resurrection, there's several stories of post-resurrection appearances of Jesus to the disciples. And so this road to Emmaus is one of them. And the premise of the story is that a group of disciples are walking along on the road to Emmaus, and they encounter a stranger who is actually Jesus, the resurrected Christ, but for whatever reason they can't see that that's him. And so they have this kind of deep conversation as they're walking, and as they kind of get close to their destination, they invite the stranger to stay with them. And that is when they finally realize who this is, because at the meal, Jesus breaks bread in the practice that he's established with his disciples, and then suddenly they're like, oh, it's you. And so as I was thinking about that, and how it might fit in with this theme of emerging and leaving comfortable places. Our friend circles, hopefully, are a comfortable place for us. And I'm sure that many of us have found ourselves in a situation where we've been with a group of friends, maybe sitting at a table, or maybe we're walking like in the story, and someone approaches us and wants to befriend us or tries to insert themselves into the group. And I just want us to think about that situation and how we responded, and how, like, if we were welcoming and drew them in with open arms, or if we were like, they were strangers and were hesitant, or if we were even perhaps really resistant, like, this is a private conversation, it's none of your business, go away. So I want us to think about that, and how that is both for us, both for the established friend group, opening that to welcome another. It can be like leaving a comfortable place, but then also to maybe you have been that, like me, that extroverted person that's like, oh, hey, new people, let's have a conversation. And just, or maybe you weren't as outgoing, and that was incredibly hard to push yourself into that. So I want you to just spend some time this week kind of reflecting on that kind of a scenario where someone has come and tried to be included in your circle, and what that was like for the people in the circle and for the person coming in. There's many times where we are kind of pushed beyond our comforts, or pushed out of our comfort zone. Whether it's learning something new, or meeting someone new, or trying something new, it can stretch us. And that's hard. It's really hard. Maybe we have, maybe someone close to us has died, and we've had to find a new way of being in the world. That's really hard too. Maybe we've left a really difficult situation, and or there's all kinds of things. I put in the description that leaving a place of hardship, or learning something new, or just putting ourselves out in the world. Our church is talking about how we have to let people know who we are. Believe it or not, that's really hard for me. I probably wouldn't have started these midweek reflections had it not been for the pandemic, and the going virtual was the only way to keep connected with my people. I probably wouldn't have done it, just because there was things that I struggled with in order to do this. And so, like overcoming these obstacles to do this midweek reflection, this virtual thing, sometimes when we leave that comfortable place, we can find so much joy and wonder that we never expected before. It can be awkward at first, but if we open ourselves to it, it can be amazing. Kind of like how those disciples on the road to Emmaus, they opened their circle just a little bit, and included that person as they walked. And as the conversations went, that circle got opened a little bit more, and they were courageous enough to invite the stranger to stay with them. And what they discovered was an encounter with Jesus, their beloved friend and leader and mentor that they have been desperately missing. And so, friends, when we open ourselves to leaving our comfortable places, if we open ourselves to learning, to trying, to doing something new, embracing new people, sometimes we have this encounter with the holy that is so amazing and beautiful. Like these. And so, yeah, this week, I think I'm going to talk about risk, and risk opening ourselves to be God's people, risk letting people into our lives, risk throwing open the doors of our physical churches, and kind of metaphorically throwing open the doors of our lives, and the joy and abundance and life, new life that can come from that. So I'm still a little bit chilly, so I'm going to keep sipping my hot coffee, and I hope that where you are is warm and comfortable for now, and that you contemplate one way that you are going to leave your comfortable place this week. And I hope you share it with me in some way. Take care. God bless. Bye for now.